Environmental social governance, or ESG. How we think about that at FSP is people, planet, and being a responsible business. We talk a lot about being a values-led and purpose-driven organisation. You can only be those things if you can demonstrate the impact that you're making. So recently we launched our first sustainability and social impact report. We talk all about what's important to us, what we're focusing on in the future around carbon reduction, community engagement, belonging and inclusion, digital responsibility, for instance.
It's what makes us stand out, I think, from other organisations. Is it's not just about money, profit, it's also about purpose and the impact that we're having.
So how do we make sure that we are being environmentally conscious? How do we represent ourselves socially in terms of how we engage employees? How do we support our charity partners? How do we support our clients in being a thought leader in modern responsible business?
For people who work at FSP, they are looking for something that there is more of a purpose behind it. And then they can see an organisation that's actively contributing to the local environment, to the local economy, to the local support networks that are around there.
ESG allows our employees to connect and understand the decisions we're making, why they're important, and how they reflect in our values, the work that we do in the community, the work we do with our customers, and ultimately the decisions that we make for running this business.
So we measure sustainability in terms of emissions, the impact that we're having on the environment, the commuting and travelling into the office, right the way down to digital emissions, how much emissions are being given off by the services that we happen to use within the cloud.
It's easy as an example to measure the amount of time and support we've given back to our community for the charity days for every employee, but actually just as important is the impact that it's made to maybe somebody in their community or the charity of choice that they've worked with. The feeling and the sentiment behind it and its authenticity has to live in those stories and that kind of qualitative point as well.
When we first started, we started working with Alexander Divine as a charity, but as we've now expanded into Spain and Barcelona and into Scotland, we've then started working with other charities that are local to those areas. And now we've opened a new office in India. We'll be looking to kind of support the local charity or a local organisation in that space as well.
We've got a number of ways that we can do it. One, which is making sure that we're understanding their business to help them be aware of what they can do, helping them be aware of the things that probably are suitably important to their employees. But also, we've got to be role modelling these things. We've got to be driving them up on the agenda. I think we can shine a really positive light for responsible leadership of business, responsible approaches to environmental policy, responsible approaches to societal impact. I think sometimes in big organisations it's quite tricky for them to connect to that because it's harder for them to do some of these things because they don't turn quite as easily. They're maybe not as naturally as agile as we can be at FSP.
You've got to have a genuine desire and persistence across your leadership team and across your whole organisation. And that's what we're trying to do. Like, we recognise we're on a journey, we've still got a way to go. We're really proud of where we've come to, but there's a lot to learn. It's still evolving. Our commitment goes beyond a mere obligation, but it's a moral imperative.
Ultimately, you want to have a net positive impact across all the possible areas that you could as an organisation. And you're never going to get it right all the time, but I think there's always an opportunity to continue to strive. And I think that FSP is nothing if not wanting to always be better and always improve.